Hey. Yeah. We fitting to start it off. We fitting to start it off with something live. We got to hit you with the just to make sure everything's working proper. We got the bass drop. We got the siren. You know what it is. It's the Terrell Effect episode 223. As an added bonus, we got LG's cooking. What up? What up? How's it going?
What's going on, man?
Oh man, just you know what I
Happy
mean, living the
Saturday,
life.
shout
It's
out.
another Saturday,
Yep,
making it happen.
all
So
day.
yeah, we don't have to start quite yet, you know what I mean? Because it's this one's a quick and easier meal for the most part,
That's
but
true.
it also has a few different ways to be prepared.
That's
So
facts.
I thought I had it down until we got here, and then boom, it's just like, wait a minute, how we gonna do this now?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have. You want to let them know what we having today?
Well, like you said, it was something a little bit easier. We got some cheese curds, we got some fries, and we're gonna get into a nice, well done poutine,
Yeah.
right? And just make it with the wholesome love you have inside, and get it popping.
Yeah. We're gonna have some gravy on there. Let you know what kind of gravy when we talk about it a little bit later. But yeah, thank you for tuning in to the Terrell Effect, episode 223. We're gonna have a conversation in between what's going on. We're gonna have Ase Mor join us live from Hattagwai. I think that's how you pronounce it, Hattagwai. But that's later on in the show. For now, I'm gonna vibe with some tunes. So while LG kind of moves around, you know what I mean? Well, he goes from point A to point B. We got the table view of ETN, you know what I mean? We
Yes.
got LG's cooking. And then we got the culture couch. Well, it's not really the culture couch right now. Right now it's ETN couch, really.
Shot couch.
It's ETN couch because we on the main level.
Huh.
So we got to have that, reflect that. So this being said and that being done, let's get to some music and
Get
have some
into
more
the
fun.
things, man.
Yep.
Woman, move your waistline. I know you know I waste time. So kick it to the baseline. Let it trickle through your spine. Woman, move your waistline. I know you know I waste time. So kick it to the baseline. Let it trickle through your spine. So kick it to the baseline. Let it trickle through your spine. Woman, move your waistline. I know you
Yeah,
know
man.
I waste time. So kick it to the baseline. Let it trickle through your spine. Next scene, time to change over. Say it with your chest, I'm one of God's soldiers. I could go on bad when the tune take over. Brook it, I'll build you up, perky as soldiers. That's just the beginning. Look around, we the team who's winning. Anytime I'm here, top big T grinning. Me no sled, them I watch how it flex them vex. And them can't figure out what next, so they get perplexed about the way me go on. They mash up the sets on the regular. P and the X are the kind of pressure. Move your waistline, I know you know I waste time. So kick it to the baseline, let it trickle through your spine. Oh man, move your waistline, I know you know I waste time. So kick it to the baseline, let it trickle through your spine. Oh man, move your waistline, I know you know I waste time. So kick it to the baseline, let it trickle through your spine. Oh man, move your waistline, I know you know I waste time. So kick it to the baseline, let it
I haven't really
trickle
started with
through
reggae
your
in a minute.
spine. Last thing, me want to say, done with the bad man at any party.
Yeah.
Simmer down when you are come my way, cause I come out to dance and sway. Me, nah, take on the world, under yourself a fake figure curl. This, yeah, so I go bump, turn up the tune and make the bass thump. Play this all around the world, cock up your leg and bust a quick twirl. Make the get to them sick to them earl, but the bless them just unfurl. Oh man, move your waistline, I know you know I waste time. So kick it to the baseline, let it trickle through your spine. Oh man, move your waistline, I know you know I waste time. So kick it to the baseline, let it trickle through your spine. Oh man, move your waistline, I know you know.
Yeah, they can dumping stuff for some old dog tune. Sky, I hear you. Some boy have to die. Okay. Tune into Mr. Dublack sound.
Yeah, man.
Cool
Shout
and
out to
finger,
the man,
Mr.
Junior
Dabla.
Barclay. Up top thing. Yeah.
They say that air is clean and fresh. Whoa, yes, Mr. Dublack plane, Mr. Dublack plane. You even air it on the radio, see me on the video, play me on the stereo. So up what a lovely style, wicked and wild. Mr. Dublack fling down, Mr. Dublack fling down. You even hear it from far, far, far. Hear it near, near, near. Mr. Dublack fling. Oh yeah, oh boy, oh yeah. The life is on the daddy-daddy-toe. Oh yes, get a life rough, get a life it's on the daddy-daddy-toe. Oh yes, get a life rough. Don't give me ghetto, where I born and grow. Lord, ya know, sufferation, that's all I man know. My mother broke men of us for sure. 500 bed and me step up on the floor. I could have never take it no more. I have to go down the street some more, just to make two ends meet. Hungry in the sweet, belly roll like free Toronto. Get the life, it's added,
You can find the Ghetto Life video on sharetheshock.ca/the vid. Check it out.
Oh yes, get the life raw.
Right now, you're listening to the Mr. Dread. President Tech Time. There's an ease into the vibes.
What really happen make you can't walk? You're just a hide behind your tilted glass. It's a lot of police escort, and you don't have no love in your heart. Next time it was Mr. President, stop the war and all the violence.
Yeah.
Next time it was Mr. President, spend the money not the resident. Your cost of living gone so high, you make the poor man start to die. You even take away him welfare. Look in yourself if that is fair. Take time it up, Mr. President. Spend the money not the resident. Take time it up, Mr. President. Stop the war and all the violence. What will happen if you can't walk?
So we are coming here with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reaping, we coursing on. Force, yeah. So we are coming here with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reaping, we coursing on. So we are coming here with a force. Yeah, we give thanks that we need the most. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and thankful. Blessings all for my life and my job got for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah. Gratitude is a must. Yeah. See, blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends that take off with me load one time. Just sit down in a class and report them.
I don't feel right. I gotta stand up. I don't feel right. I can't DJ sitting down. It's just You know what I mean? Let me just make sure camera angle's good. No, push it back. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, man. I just sit here and I feel all pinch up. And just, you know what I mean? I can't be trying to DJ and things. And expect to be putting out that energy.
And send me to tell them a story. That's how our blessings upon me. And that's how I mean I give him the glory. I'm delighted. Jano tell me passion ignited. By the music me excited. I'm coming like a poison. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings, not just for the plus. Yeah. Gratitude is a must. Yeah.
So if I have, like, I guess if I'm gonna go there, I might as well go there, Chuh. You know what I mean?
Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Holding back is not a good thing.
Little youth, yeah.
Stay tuned, man.
Hey, call up. We no rum done hype. We not
Give it to them. Give it to them. Give it to them.
When we are roll up, we are lock the place like a roll up. Hey, call up, stop, roll up. We no rum done hype. We not place. Reputation clean. Jesus. We no rum done hype. We not alien. Reputation clean. Jesus. We no rum done hype. We not alien. Reputation clean. Jesus. We no rum done hype. We not alien. Reputation clean. Jesus. When we grab all day, all night. Like Malachi, make sure my
Just one time, just one time. How you mean? The track is too fire. Neto Youth, NETOYUTH. Look the man up. Gee. I have to bring it to like.
You already we are tell them again, get the hype and can maintain. Some boy must be sticking at them brains. Love the club, every house and shit. From Kita to Mozambique. Boy with the old style that are antique. Call them 7 days cause we know them. You already we are tell them again, get the hype and can maintain. Some boy must be sticking at them brains. Love the club, every house and shit. From Kita to Mozambique. Boy with the old style that are antique.
Call them 7 days cause them know them weak. Come on.
We bust the place and we know them sick. Forward a bus from 1,000 feet. If you lose them, chosen feet. Them do anything for fair. Tell you already we are tell them again. Give me high and can't maintain. Some boy must be thinking of them brains. Do anything for fair. Tell you already we are tell them again. Give me high and can't maintain. Some boy must be thinking of them brains.
Preserve my soul, my Lord, take control.
Can I get to the 2 hype right now? Hold on.
Guide my steps, shine your light. Preserve my soul,
Yes.
my Lord,
Listen to the
take
lyrics.
control.
Come on now.
Guide my steps, shine your light. Be my defense when
One more time
needed.
because
Preserve my soul,
you hear that?
my Lord.
You not start now. No. Things. You see me?
Guide my steps, shine.
Just one prayer for the one time.
Defense when the heat and
All right, cool.
may my works be clean in your sight. Rastafari without you. Tell me, how can I survive? You give me the strength to stay alive. Yes, it's true. Hey, all of we have to realize you will burn the corruption from your wise. Yeah, without you, without your blessing, we are doomed. Government a sweep up the pollution with the broom. Let your youth tell the truth, them can't derail the iron roots. Rastafari flowers of feel bloom. I let you. Yeah, we can step with me going up.
Trying to tell people about this man right here. Neto Youth. Look him up. N-E-T-O Y-U-T-H. We got some heat from him playing right now.
As me rise at the Bible, me read. Hungry she fed the blind of lead. All of me give them silent feel, so me keep on winning like Diamond League.
Supposed to hear from Ase Mor shortly.
When me seek him, I heal my structure. I am roots, we have one of the vulture. All of the use them, you know them culture. Father, protect and guide me. Your blessings ensure my destiny. Make me brave. Be my strength for eternity. Without you,
Unless technical difficulties do not allow. At which point, I still have a bag of new tracks from him. So you can guarantee they're fuego.
I feel realize you will burn the corruption from your wife. Yeah, without you.
Okay.
Without your blessing, we are doomed.
Have the roots. Felt the rock. Let's keep it going with the reggae though.
I ask you leave I net to you. Time to make a move. Time to have a plan. Yeah. But you cannot get through. I clean like a bubble blue. Alright then. From Canada to Cameroon. Light as a feather, I say fly like a balloon. The whole city a war like a fight in a saloon. It's like we are watching a platoon. Let's go. We go show that Ethiopia one more time. And it's a youth. It's a we go show that Ethiopia one more time. Just so we have to say until them judgment day. If we have to pray, that I will never go astray. Real money magnet. My money, my money, my money.
Too much music to play. Too much music to play. You know what I mean? So, we'll give you a TS. And then next, into the race. You know? More Neto Youth, though. All right. Hype up the ticks.
My money, yeah. We are so large for the greens. When I follow man, me I follow my dreams. I'm a real born money machine, and me I tell you about greens and the song to steam me. Benjamin Franklin, Canadian dollar, all couple with the queen. Me son Malaka, me buy a dozen I give, and him same motor also me I go buy fame car. Me a pre-land, lat pan lats, sun, gravel, black pan blacks. iPhone 10 youth, up and apps, and me not stop us alone till me get my money. I fi defend my money. Me I go hard for my money. Try no wrong with my money. So when we go back in money, me have to defend my money. Me I go hard for my money. Try no wrong with my money. So when we go back in, fly out every now and then. Get the 10 camel, get the flower them. Them one we job like the tower, but a sweet bad man I go sober them. Money make enemies, money make friends. You don't make money, say you don't make sense. Money buy me earth, money buy me incense. And the money make me tear down every zinc fence. In my family, I a set trends. Fix mama, I gold plated lens. You know long daddy have my pan a Benz. Well, me go make him drive out to the moon. Get my money, I fi defend my money. Me I go hard for my money. Try no wrong with my money. So when we go back in money, me have to defend my money. Me I go hard for my money. Try no wrong with my money. So when we go back again, fly out every now and then. Get the 10 camel, get the flower them. Them one we job like the tower, but a sweet bad man I go sober them. Money, money, money.
We're gonna have the opposite of what happened last week. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I was like, wait. I was like, oh man.
Try to rock with my money. So when we go back in money, we have to defend my money. We have to hide for my money.
Okay. I got mine. You hold yours.
Girl, I buy me roots wine.
What?
I tell me na damn swine.
Insane.
Them say me smart like Einstein.
What?
And me sweet like pine. I buy me roots wine. I call me na damn swine. Them say me smart like Einstein, and me sweet like pine.
Hear what them man say?
Girl, I buy me roots wine.
All right.
I call me na damn swine.
Okay.
Them say me smart like Einstein, and me sweet like pine. So she want a song back. Better you, me not drop me standard. Under me dinner, me a slam that. Every girl I give me congrats. She said me have a song back, yeah. So she request a song back there. She said me have a song back, yeah. So she request a song back there. Girl, me love it when you turn back way. Under me roots wine, me a slam that, yeah. She said me have a song back, yeah. So she request a song back there. Girl, me love it when you turn back way. Under me roots wine, me a slam that, yeah. She said me have a song back, yeah. So she request a song back there. Girl, me love it when you turn back way.
You know what I mean? Not up here.
When you swear, make nature call. Girl, you know that boy you're not tall. Come on,
Too bad.
Run from Waterhouse, go Penbrook, calling I tell her friend, let her you to do it too hard. She has me chicken like me play 3 card. Me a rev out the body like a under a card. A shabba ranks tell them woman can't done. Your man had no sense, girl, give the boy bun. Me a give you roots wine and no street vibes rum. We can do it on the bed or we can do it on ground. She said me have a song back, yeah. So she request a song back there, yeah. Girl, me love it when you turn back way, yeah. Under me roots wine, me a slam that, yeah. She said me have a song back, yeah. So she request a song back there. Girl, me love it when you turn back way. Under me roots wine, me a slam that, yeah. So me a tell Sarsaparilla. Ramu make me shout like a gorilla. Spirit in a sea, must in a me blender. Me dinner all make a man da surrender. Ragamuffin up in a
I have one more to it, you know. From the same man, that's what you're why you put no same bad.
She said me have a song back here. So
bad.
she request a song back there.
It's been a minute since I've heard some tunes from here that would make a man like just make a man just yo. I'm telling you, wild it out. If I catch any of these tunes in the club, wild it out. Straight. The tone. Are you hearing his range? You're hearing the range of the man. The same man that was just dropping this song back, yeah. Come on.
Open up your miggle, make you wine. Open up your miggle, make you wine and miggle. No diggle, and no cat with no figgle.
Why wouldn't I?
Hot pepper pickle, too pretty nipple. She can miss the shit. Open up your miggle, make you wine and miggle. No diggle, and no cat with no figgle.
I'm making the ugliest faces right now. I don't care. I don't business.
She tells me she can't do no distance. She putting up no resistance.
I don't business.
Neighbors attack with no response. What's in your belly like 6 pounds? Yeah, love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night. Love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night. Baby, she a move like a cyclist. Anyway, me have time for
yo, listen, I should put it on one more time. Got family tuning in. What up, fam?
You are the girl, fling it up and give me girl. In a the mosque at the church or the synagogue. You are no they that are no funeral. Girl, me make you wetter than mineral. Me love how you wine and I can't panic. And I move like you have double giant panic. I grade Baba Roots and it. Make you get couple use from it. Love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night. Love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night. Baby, she a move like a cyclist. Anyway, me have time for this. Love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night. Open up your miggle, make you wine and wiggle. No diggle, and no cat with no fiddle. Nothing where I tickle, make you reach the pinnacle. Hot pepper pickle, too pretty titty nipple. She can say she can't do no this.
I know those hot pepper pickle, too pretty titty nipple. What do you mean? Yo, stop it for true.
Love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night. Love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night. Baby, she a move like a cyclist. Anyway, me have time for this. Love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night. You are for me, girl, fling it up and give me, girl. In a the mosque, at the church, or the synagogue. You are no they did that at no funeral. Girl, me make you wetter than mineral. Me love how you wine and I can't panic. And I move like you have double giant panic. I grade up a root sonic. Make you get couple use from it. Love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night.
So
love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night. Yeah,
we'll start back.
She a move like a cyclist. Anyway, me have time for this. Love it when you ride all night, hold tight on the bike all night.
We'll start back. You know what I mean? Let me even do this. Let me do this. We'll start back, okay? We're gonna take y'all to a time. We're gonna take y'all to a time here. Now, there was a time before I had 223 episodes under my belt. Under my belt. That's the universal. It says universal, okay? And before I had 223 episodes under my belt, this man was one of the men that actually must have either believed in my vision, saw my direction, trusted what I was doing, something, because he gave me a collection of his works. And that collection of his works I have maintained it to some degree of security, because I don't litter it out as much as I possibly could. But I do play it for you more often than not, and its potency is almost like it's beyond anything I could really describe generally. So I say this to you because Ase Mor, the corner store rapper, started as just that. Corner store rapping. I believe, to the best of my knowledge, he was posted up at a corner store, literally rapping. And the lengths he's gone to and the accomplishments he's made, well, we want him to tell you that. But I'm going to try and get a hold of him while I play some of his music. So we're going back a couple years now. I'm taking you into my catalog of the music that I have from him from when I first started doing this podcast out here in Niagara, which was about 4 years ago. So let's see what we got here. We got something like this. And this was going back. I keep accentuating the fact that we're going back because it's like anyone who's good at their craft gets better as they move forward. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right?
Facts.
Right? So if I'm not mistaken, the music I'm about to play is going to take you in a different direction than you thought we'd go. Which is fine, you know what I mean? We played something jazzy right now. This is called Ear Candy by the Basementals. The Basementals definitely have a catalog of instrumentals that you should take into consideration, but Culture Shock issue 6 is also something that you can read. What is happening here? We are just chilling, fam. How you doing? DJ Mike Vibe. I mean, a man who's inspired me to DJ. You know what I mean? I remember standing on the front line on the offensive and defensive line with this man. You know what I mean? And we went hard, bro. Like, we went hard. So it's some dopeness. But for those of you who haven't joined Restream yet and are watching, you can join with the credit on us, restream.io/join/1. There's a copy the letters, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna play some Ase Mor for you. This sounds like the trumpet sounds like so kind of sloppy, jazzy, but like
what's up, man?
We pick it up.
Yeah, yo. What? Shit, man. Okay, there's far too many fighters And suckers find me coaching citronella from his vantage. I can see the management is misdeveloped in his game. And how the contraband will on a man like jealous green. Who brother go to mold inside his cellars. Folders holding by zealous souls. Settle road and fellas at bazaars. And zealous at the mall. Pets can smell it from afar. The man is always aching for a taste of the bizarre. Tell us who is in the race to score my heart. A basic ancient art. I place my face inside the photos. Ancient art. I place my face inside the photos. For the metamorphosis process. And when God is judging Taurus, I can prove my alibi and claim my
This is like 4 years old, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
this is not the natural behavior.
I wish for some people who rapping out stuff like this.
By genetic biology, manipulation, frenetic erasing of my honesty. Come on, what is happening upon the surface of the circle source here? I take that back. There are no stories here. Just a large percentage of us bottle chugging bastards. Garnished by the window panes. Charge it to the pastor. I be living. God, I'm living large. Picture this, the mid-sedition, just in this mirage. You, I be living. God, I'm living large. Picture this, the mid-sedition, just in this mirage. Hey yo, what's up? It's Ase Mor, the corner store rapper, y'all. This is straight spitting. Marco Polo, what's up? Check it out. Yeah. Mostly rappers sipping bottles, need an end. Hey yo, what's up? It's Ase Mor, the corner store rapper, y'all. This is straight spitting. Marco Polo, what's up? Check it out. Yeah. Mostly rappers sipping bottles, need an end for meal. Caught by the heat, the tech and wheel. My essence real.
By the way, I DJ too.
The sentence filled with the
kind of one of those things I do.
Getting ill since fear lynched them to till. For real. Son, I've been working on my trade, fitting metal, trying to diss the devil, working on my brain. I don't wanna die broke, rapping on insistence. It's a battle every day to keep the metal of my intrinsic level from pessimism. It's all in my DNA. The problem with optimism is God been giving me pain. I'm all of a twisted game. I'm ball up the fist and bang. Melancholic and involuntarily gone insane. Call a medic, dive psychologist to operate. Call me crazy, we call upon the kids to educate. Smell the daisies for a second, let division populate. Diplomisms populate. Feeling this so y'all can hate. I want peace, man. I just want a little peace. There's a thin line between love and hate. Della Reese in the peace with a peace sign. Slip between the sheets until she side. Please try working on your free side. Who the peep seeking east side? Me, I sneaked off in a whip tree cop to the heat die. West side, left coast. Rest when a beast ride. Free and death, don't mess with it. Feast time. Fuck a competition, I want recognition. For a step and call it like a rep and penning in a mission. Leaving like in bent condition. Not into the record spinning. Put a spell on ya. This shit like an exorcism, yeah. I can't tell if I'm Holland Wolf or Bobby Dylan, but you're probably feeling this either way like the Tommy Pillin. You'll need more than amoxicillin when you feel your body shivering through your hottie image and Bugatti engine. Call it bang bang booty with a slang gang. Goes for the heads who rock hoodies, do your dang dang. Money get your money cause they'll rob you of them same gangs. Funny how the dummy looking bummy when the fame came. So I'm cheap flowing pack leaves golden in the sheep like a sheep feeling like £1,000,000 in these beats. Marco Polo down and I'm up the street. Producing a true rate to heighten your frequency. Enlightened, I'm feeling lighter, this rating uplifting me. Delighted to know you're liking it, hyping it on your feet, right? Listen, Ase Mor, the corner store rapper. I breathe to make music, so money is what I'm after. Fuck, motherfucking dollar.
Oh, yo. Hello. Yes, sir. It's going. I sent you a link.
They said that we met, but I have
so you can jump in the live. So you can jump into the live.
Left an impression, I pushed away drifting. Before I get into it, I'll hit the story. The running condition, the time I can vision your mind. But I can see clearer now, all of the fear I have slipped from my eye. I open my heart, Nirvana does not ask for happiness, neither will I. All I need is perspective to balance this hectic dimension of lives. And release the ego, that's easy to freak go. Cause I'm not the king and we are not equal. Deceived by my people, I don't need a sequel. They may call it heresy, I think it's embarrassing. Yo, look at these kids, hookies and skids, I'm looking for clarity. Now that's ironic, when did everything change? Was it after the divorce? I have our own ways of the rain, man, can you feel me? If you were mine, I didn't know it. I was running from you. And all this time you could have shown it. But you ain't what they say that this is parts of you are broken. If you were mine, I would have owned it. If I was running from you. And all this time I went and blown it. But I hear what they say, it is cause parts of me are broken. So get them in the so get them in the so get them in the what? Yeah, get them in the mood. Grab the mic and rip something better in the new. When I settle in the room like a settling boom. Let it bring to your tune to the meddling crew. Who and everything we do bring the better thing lots. Every single chop mixes with the singles charts. Don't even know what to do with the yacht. Cause the top pops and Pringles will bruise from the shot. My God, how many have been abused from the views that they produce to confuse you when the buying drops. Cause they in the right and you in the dividing your block. For a lesser product just cause it was dropped in the box. Jeez, you're in a loss if you're copping knees. Now get them in the zone. I already attacked, now I'm home with another poem zone. And the dip off in your dome like a bacon sugar slipper would leave you stiff in the river. Just was never the bone in a joke. No purple pants or green vest, just some purple plants. I tried to stay away from the green cess. I mean best, but please don't reach and I'll reject and eject on pretense of MC and free flex and cheap threats. Nothing but the cheese spread for muffins. Geeks got the
I don't think you can use Messenger at the same time as you go on there.
Just the real
It'll
deal,
block your
not for nothing.
microphone.
But I expect the record to come looking. So what's up, kid? You're bugging out the bits that I've been trucking in the midst of higher substance. I had to step above these little
No, I'm talking to Ace.
I guess it's cause I love the plus I'm slicker than my grandma couch cover now. Give them what they want. Higher volume, higher power. Final hour for the primal mind is a lion cowards. Holding valor in amongst the den of idiots. I be the symbiote. 50s literature and cigarettes. Proud like a lumberjack. Fuck swag, humble cat. I'm a symbol from the shreds of vets. Heads and mentos with the style of my own. You in the rental end up on my dad. Copycat, new jacks get no love and few daps. Who's that? I don't know. Fuck him in his crew scat. Looks like Waka Flocka took a block into his blues cap. I kick a leg Baraka. Got my spit game proper. Papa Ace. Bring it to your mama singing off the marijuana smoke lingering in my apparel. I bet she will like Pharaoh when I strip her down like Ferrero. I'm 400 pounds plus her bone barrel. Cause you know I'm flying straighter than the narrow. Nah, get them in the I get them in the said they get them in the mood. Get them in the said they get them in the get them in the get them in the mood. Get them in the what up? So, get them in the mood. So, get them in the what? So, yeah, get them in the mood.
Okay. Right now, you hear the mix of Ase Mor. Y'all probably punch drunk off these punchlines, though. Oh, man. It's like a cluster bomb. Like, you know, Iron Man's shoulder cannon? It's like you think you get hit with one thing, but just before it hits you, like, it separates and like 5 other things hit you at the same time. Okay, I might have cut out your microphone.
Hey yo, style resurrected like Lazarus.
Produced by DK Lonely. The balanced freestyle. Even-headed.
No cash and chicks, cash and daps and boom bap. Habitats for laughs and kicks. Be polygamous, sitting in this like DJs in the crate, hip deep and scraping faders. Tap your wig with snares that keep bat like mix ignite like a pack of zigzag and sick. Sweeter than some faces,
right.
These new jacks and blue backs.
So I'm hanging up the phone. What up? What up?
Where the hell am I? Oh, there's Supergirl. What's up? What's up?
We're live. Chilling. What's good, fam?
Oh, sorry to hear you, man.
So we're live right now.
Yeah. All right. I'm just having a little difficulty hearing you. Let me try to link up to my speakers here, see if that helps.
Okay.
The reason why I'm happy when it all falls apart. The reason it'll fix itself. I got the fucking heart, the fucking reason. I don't give a shit about the chops. Fuck the pop.
Hello. Yeah, let's see. Give me some.
Hello, I hear you perfect.
You hear me? Let me see if maybe.
Let me throw one more at them then. For sure. I threw that at them already. All right. It could be because you were still on the call.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Where's the call?
Yeah, that could have been it. There you go.
Oh, here it
Better?
is. Yeah, I got you in my headphones now though. Anyway.
All right, cool, perfect.
Yo.
Yeah, you're coming through perfect.
Ha.
Right.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Chilling. I was just giving you the introduction. I was telling people, like, when I first started this podcast out here, you were one of the few artists that actually trust me with some of their catalog and didn't give me that, oh, you're not gonna run off with it and do some shit bullshit. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
just bigging you up for that. You know what I mean? Talking about how, like, you literally. Okay, we gotta talk about the name.
Yeah.
Ase Mor, the corner store rapper.
Yeah.
My daughter asked me this, and I have to ask you now. Were you literally rapping by corner stores?
I mean, I have rap by corner stores. We got a music video. Luke and Deezy and I did with Ill Table Manners. That we shot in front of corner store. But that's not where the name came from.
Okay.
The name is Ase Mor, the corner store rapper, because I grew up on corner stores, man. Like, that's where you get everything, right?
Yeah.
I moved out at a young age, and I was always just man. I go to the corner store every day. First of all, you get your coffee and your cigarettes, and you get like all everything that you need for the house is at the corner store. I never had a car, so it was always just a quick walk down to the corner wherever it was that you lived. And you're at the corner store. Everybody loves the corner store. Everybody needs the corner store. But on top of that, you also got the variety that the corner store offers, right? It's like whatever you need, you can find it at the corner store, right? And so that's kind of where that came from, man. And to be honest, when I was changing my name wasn't Ase Mor, the corner store rapper forever. It was Amor. It was Amor.
Okay.
And that name came from I was trying to name myself. This was when I was younger. This is when I was like, I don't know, 15 maybe or something like that. I was trying to come up with a name, and I wanted something that was like, I wanted to be all clever, like, love. I love hip hop. I love this thing, English based thing. So I was like, okay, well, what's a Latin word for love? And I'm trying to figure all this out. And then I thought it was like real slick. I'm like, oh yeah, Amor, that's a cool name. I rocked that for about a year, and then I realized, it's a pretty common word around the world. and if you were to Google it, obviously you would just find multiple translations of the word love, and you would never find me. So I had to change my name, and so I wanted to keep the root Amor, but I wanted to just like jazz it up a little bit. And so I figured I'd split it in half. I got Mor, Ase Mor, and then I wanted a nice big name that stood out, like Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, how do we just do this? How do we make something that's like a little bit longer, it catches on? And it just came to me, the corner store rapper. Probably one day as I was walking to the corner store, because that's what I did all the fucking time. and it stuck. Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you get the backstory of that whole thing right there, because that's been one thing that I don't think I wanted to ask you, because I'm like, man, it's too simple of an answer, and it's more complex than I thought. Yeah, so that's dope. We got LG in the building as well. You know what I mean? He's chilling. Are you taking in that issue 6 of the Culture Shock magazine?
Issue 6 of the Culture Shock magazine?
Yeah. That's what he's looking at right now.
Oh, word. Sorry, I can't see you. Wait, is there a way? Oh, yeah, you're up at the top. Hold on a second here. I'm tripping out. I'm looking at myself. This makes it. Can I open these here? All right, I see you guys up there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That was just recently released.
Nice.
Some good views. I want to talk to you backstage after the interview, if you got a minute, and we will, talk about that magazine a little bit more detail. But yeah, this month was interesting. We had Darrell Miller in there. That was Sherry Darlene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. advocate for Black rights. Whew, figure, it's February's edition. Might as well go in, right? Go strong.
Yeah, yeah, for
May's
sure.
edition, March's edition. At first, I wanted to keep it a secret because I didn't want everybody to do it. But then I'm just like, no, everybody should do something like this. Like, it's going to be themed towards women for the whole month. So I'm going to have like 5 or 6 stories. No, I think it's like 5 to 9 stories from different women in the industry of influence. It's not even just the industry, in business. So it's gonna be interesting.
All right.
Yeah, man. So I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. Haidagwai,
yeah.
Haidagwai, yeah. Okay, that's like the further, like one of the furthest points of the country, is it not?
I mean, I would say so. I mean, so we're an isolated area out here.
Yeah.
Well, a few kilometers. I want to say 60, but I think I've been corrected on that. I'm not actually sure, but we're off the left coast, north. So we're like right south of Alaska. Actually, if you go to the northernmost tip of our northern island, Haida is an archipelago. If you go to the northern tip, you can see Alaska on a clear day like you would if you were in St. Catharines looking at Toronto type deal. You can see these little lights, right? Boom, there's 3. 1, 2, 3. You can see them right across the way. And that's Alaska right there. You wouldn't want to swim it, but we're out there, man. So like Haida is right on the edge of the continental shelf to our west. So it just kind of like it goes off and then just drops, right? Continental shelf right there. And on the east side is the Hecate Strait that connects us to the mainland, or would have, millennia ago when there was a land bridge before the glaciers came through, right?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Right. All right. So, man, how long you been doing this? For the people that don't already know, about you.
Hip hop?
There aren't too many nowadays, actually, that I've like. I even saw the boom baptism. The boom baptism, just like, wow, that is and there's people out here that probably don't even realize Niagara has that many artists plus some.
True. Yeah. Man, I've been doing this for a long time, man. Like, so I do get asked this now because I'm into my years now, right? I'm 32 years old now. So people ask me, how long you been doing that? Right? Oh, that was a fat bar. How long you been doing that for? Well, I started like writing when I was 12. My dad was a worship leader for the church, right? So he played guitar and he would sing. And I remember being young, listening to him play guitar in the living room, and I would be in my bedroom at night, and I would hear the music, and I would be writing kind of like gospel music, right? So I'd write these little gospel songs, and then I learned how to notate them, and I'd try to like copy my dad. I'd write a gospel song, and then I have like, the chords G, A, E minor on top of the words, so you could kind of like play along, right?
Yeah.
And then when I was, I don't know how old I would have been, like I would have been grade 8.
13.
So 13. Okay, and I know this is gonna sound real corny and obvious, but the first rap record I ever heard, I was in grade 8. There was this new kid on the block, Jordan, when I lived at my mom's house, and he puts on 2001, right? Dr. Dre.
Okay.
With Eminem, and I'm listening to Forgot About Dre, and I'm like, I've never heard anything like this before, right? So you have to understand, like, I had grown up in a really strict Christian home, where you weren't allowed to have like anything that was secular, and you couldn't watch TV like that. I came up in like Christian schools and all this, right? So I'm at my buddy's house. My mom my mom really tried real hard to make sure that I was never exposed to anything that wasn't Christian, right? My mom and my dad tried real hard for that.
Okay.
I mean, but inevitably, it's not gonna work forever. So, yeah. So I hear, forgot about Dre,
Oh
and I
man.
just lose my mind.
For that to be
I
your
lose my
first
mind,
track
dude.
to be exposed to, yeah, that probably would have been mind blowing.
Yeah, but that's the first like rap track that I really heard, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? so, so I asked my boy, like, yo, can I like borrow this? Yeah, sure. So I take it home, I put it in my disc, and you might remember this when you used to have to hide the headphones and slide the Walkman underneath the pillow when the parents came in, like at night when you're supposed to be going to bed, and then you've like all fake like you're asleep and shit, and then they leave and you like whip everything back out and you just start listening to music until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So then I'm listening to this record and I like damn well near like memorized this whole record, and I'm like I couldn't get enough of it, and I was already writing songs at the time, and I was like, I want to write music like this though, like the cadence, the rhythm, like it was like the vocabulary, everything about it was songwriting, like but like way on a higher level. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like on a much higher level. So I started fooling around a little bit with that, and I guess I would have started writing in about grade 8, grade 7. Shit, because I can remember rapping Eminem lyrics in a portable in a school I went to when I went to school in Jordan. So maybe it was even longer ago, but it doesn't matter. So I started writing raps when I was mad young, around the time I was 14 years old, and I started taking it seriously when I was in grade 9. So I would have been grade 9 would be 13, right?
Grade 9, well, 13, 14, depending on what month you're born.
December, and I graduated when I was 17
So you
in
would have been 13.
2007.
Yeah, I would have been 13.
13.
Baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm 13 years old. So that's when I started writing raps. 13 years old, and I wrote my first wrote and recorded, and I made the beat. When I went to Eden High School in St. Catharines, Mr. Braun, our music teacher, he used to let me and Rabbi Tang just chill in the studio, or really nobody was allowed to chill in there, but he let us chill in there because he could really see that we were really trying to do something. And so on GarageBand, I made a beat. Did I make it or take it? I think I made a beat from A Change Don't Come by Marvin Gaye.
Okay. Wow.
It was for a music project, and I started. So I wrote that. I recorded, and I got 100% on my on the project. And that's when I started. So if that's 13, then that's like 19 years ago.
19 years. That's almost.
So I've been rapping longer than some of these motherfuckers been alive.
It's so true. Oh man. Oh, that's some time. And like
That was some time, man. A lot of years.
I was just saying, like the tracks that I have from you now are like from 4 years ago. So like the tracks that I'm about to play from you, you know what I mean, have probably aged like a good whiskey.
Oh yeah, man! Like you talked to Ezra. I put out a record when I was in 2007 called Our History X. The EP. I did that with Rabbi. I did that in my high school grad year. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What you got going on in the kitchen there, El?
Man, I'm thinking about we getting started over here.
Well, we gonna have this. Well, Jay's on his way. We gonna play a couple tracks from Ase Mor, the corner store rapper. Ase Mor, you know what I mean? He like
Hey,
Again, a humble dude, man, doing things. Like, where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Ace, yo, what's good, bro?
yo, what's good, man? How you doing?
I'm all right, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
it's been a
tell me.
long ass minute.
Long time no see. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Good, man. LB doing his thing.
There we go.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we was just bumping a few of your tracks just before you came on.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
So it's really cool to hear that backstory because I had no idea that your root was yeah, where music came at you like that, and
Yeah,
it's crazy how restriction got you like, you know, as soon as you hear the sauce, you're like, what the is that?
right.
Absolutely.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. It's that flavor, man. It's unmistakable, right?
Yeah. True shit. True shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who you kicking it with these days?
Out here on the West Coast, so I
Yeah.
still got my boys, Ill Table Manners, DJ K, Flip, Luke, Ezra. These guys I'm still tight with, but that's always over the phone, you know, long distance. Out here, I'm kind of by myself, dude. I came out to Kelowna looking for work. My sister sent me out that way, and then she went even further, and she ended up here. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is my view. I got
Oh,
the inlet of the
wow.
ocean right there. So my sister's house is the one with the white truck. She lives 2 doors down. So she told me to come out this way, and that's how I ended up out here. But
Nice, man.
yeah, yeah.
Looks like a good waking up too.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. Like, so I have this. So I live in a trailer, right? Because I am now fulfilling my dreams of being like Eminem. I live in a trailer. Okay, it's my trailer though, and I live in a trailer, and I don't remember where I was going with that, but it doesn't matter. I'm out here just fucking learning how to live a normal life, man, because I was so trapped in the city. I was so trapped in these weird ways of thinking. And my sister, when she brought me out here, everything just started to click together, you know? Like it's something else out here. And so it's nice. I've really started to like find who I am out here, and even with my art, redevelop my style and actually get a little bit more in tune with myself. And then, you know, as I'm on my own journey, I'm just glad that I always, you know, I have my boys always around when I was in St. Catharines, right? That always helped push me through. So yeah, I'd give a shout out to Old Table Manor, DJ K Flip, as and Luke was good.
You know what's funny? I had it on my, like, when I came out here, I was just like, I found out who was moving and shaking. And I said, I'm going to work with some of these people. You're like probably the only person I haven't that has escaped that loop. Actually, no, you haven't. You haven't. But no, like I was a little starstruck when both ITM and K Flip spun at a show for it was something for Kyle in Port Colborne. Like ITM was playing my set, and I'm just like, okay, this is cool. And then he's like, I gotta take a break. I'm like, all right, what are you gonna like? You're just gonna leave me like this? And then K Flip comes on the stage. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Both of them on the same day? Someone's watching
man.
out.
That's hilarious. Both of them on the same day. We used to just kick it all the fucking time, us, man. Like,
Yeah.
Those boys can DJ though, man. Those boys can scratch. They know how to rock a party. They know how to rock the wheels. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. It is something. Like I have my new mark right here, and I'm just like, you know what? Like I'm gonna try a little 1-2 thing here and there, but like, you know, it's nothing. I even said it one show. We did the LG show, and ITM came out. ITM came out for the show. And I'm there with my like virtual tables and shit, and he brings out the old school boards and like the LPs and all of that. I'm just like, if you expect me to sound like him, you're just, you know, just look at him. Don't even look at me. Just look, just look at him.
Yeah, man, he's got some skills, man. He's won competitions and shit with those skills.
He's ill. He's definitely ill.
For sure he is.
Bonkers with it. Oh man. So, oh wait. You gonna say
And you know,
something?
yeah, I wanted to tell you this too. About ill table manager, like, you know, he's ill. Yeah, he's ill for sure. Flip also used to work for I might fuck this up. I think it's called Sound Foundation. It was a show that he was doing with at Brock University, right?
Okay.
So it's just this is just a little interesting tie-in.
Okay.
The guy that pretty much taught me hip hop, the history of it, and appreciation for it, is Trevor Marconi, and he used to come up listening to this hip hop show that would play on the radio a certain night a week for a couple hours or whatever, and this show used to give him like a lot of his new music and all this stuff, and he's like, man, he's like, we're all in a circle like just chatting this one night. He's like, man, that show used to just keep me going, dude. Like that show was the shit. And Flip's like, oh yeah, that was my show. And he's like, what? Flip's like, yeah, no, that was my show. Yeah, no, I used to run that show. I was the guy that was the DJ for that show. And he's like, holy shit. What the
Damn.
Mind blown.
Here's the separation for true. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
That's great.
Right? Super cool. Super
Yeah,
cool.
Oh, Lee. Okay. Man, we got. What are you over there snacking on, fam? My dude just, like, my dude comes into the room, his mouth's empty, he turns a corner, comes back, his mouth is full, and I'm just like, listen, I get it. It's LG's cooking. We're about to get into that, you know what I mean? Because it's winding down. We're gonna play some of the new tracks by Ase Mor, you know what I mean? So I guess we'll get into that. But yeah, we got some, and we even have we got some poutine on the go, or poutine. Is it poutine or poutine?
Poutine.
Poutine. Okay.
Poutine? Is it hot? Is it hot though?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
It better be.
All right. So, is there? You wanna call the order
for these songs?
All of them. Of all the songs that I didn't get, poster child.
You did or didn't get poster child?
Yeah, and that was one of my favorite songs. That is one of my favorite songs from you.
So that's the first song that I did with Luke when him and I had moved into the Page Street house there in fucking St. Catharines. That's a sketchy area, Page Street in Welland, right there on the corner.
Okay.
We moved in there, and that was the first song that I made with Luke. He shot me that beat, and I wrote a song. I wrote that like right there, sitting on the couch. I just fucking banged it out in about 20 minutes, and that was that.
Okay, so we're gonna play Help Me DJ. So I'm gonna play the song, and when enough of it has played for the people to hear, you're gonna tell me the next song you want me to play. I'll let you know if I have it or not.
Okay, where's that list? Let's see here. Do you want to start at the closest to the top of the list?
Okay, let's do that. There's a couple of them that I didn't get, and a couple that are in there's a couple that I didn't get.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Do you have did you play Punchline?
No, I did not.
Did you get Punchline?
Punchline. I got Punchline, yeah.
All right.
We'll go like this. If you saw that shocked look on my face, it was, what the fuck was going on? I'm not touching anything. Why is this happening?
That's what the song sounds like.
Yeah. Oh, right. Wow. I can see you right at another color.
Punchline. The punchline.
In the dirty alley's entrance to a bookstore, I found a junkie's version of a treasure nook. The pleasure screaming murder. Measured thimbles of a windfall funk sucked into syringes. Mugshots amplified in a dyslexic hero's image. Black squiggles chased by piglets just learning to walk. Courtrooms delivering justice for once. Like, oh my God, it's real.
What, do you stand in a superhero pose in the booth or something? There's a lot of confidence in your bars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I recorded this in my buddy's basement. It's Aesop Rock beat. I'm not sure who. So this song is about a specific concept. Baby, get your old face, whole face.
All right, so the next one on the list is AA.
Okay. AA is another Aesop Rock beat. All right, so Block, what's the idea here? Are we going to scan through a couple of these, and you want to talk about them, or what do you want to do with these?
Let's talk about them as they play.
Okay. So this song I wrote about the Beat Generation. You know what the Beat Generation is?
Beat Generation.
The Beat Generation. It's a style of writing that was developed in the 40s by a handful of poets from Greenwich Village, New York. You had Burroughs, Kerouac, Ginsberg. Then you had their publisher Ferlinghetti from San Francisco. And what they did was they developed a style of poetry that was something you had never seen in America before. The general concept was to kind of like break through to your base human self and get away from like all the fancy filigree of what poetry kind of looked like before. If you can picture like what a Shakespeare poem looks like, right? It's very different than what a Ginsberg poem sounds like.
Yes. Different than like Shel Silverstein. Different than like even the prose structure. Obviously, when it comes to
everything is different. Everything's mad different. I started reading the Beat Generation when I was in college, and it just blew my mind. And it put me onto a whole bunch of literature. Like I never read a novel really until I was out of high school because I wasn't reading the required reading materials. I get the Coles Note for them and do my essays like that and whatever. I just had no interest in literature because I just thought it was so boring until I found out about these guys, Ginsberg and Burroughs and them. And so this whole song I wrote with like a wild style. You can tell like even in the first verse there's little rhyming. It's not a lot of rhyming, but it paints like a real picture, and it paints a picture of like black squiggles chased like piglets just learning to walk. It's like so black squiggles paint like writing, like you're like writing poetry. Black squiggles chased by piglets, cops just learning to walk. People who are just like, you're in this judicial system. Oh, okay, but because all these people were banned. All their books were banned. Like you weren't allowed to read the shit. You couldn't even read the shit in America. Like that's what Ferlinghetti was for. He produced the banned books in City Lights bookstore in San Francisco, right? And what's real important about that is there's this one book, the monumental book that he published by Allen Ginsberg, was called Howl, and it's what it sounds like. It's a howl. It's just he's screaming at modern America, right? Just screaming at modern America, calls modern America Moloch, which is just basically this big fire-breathing, bull-headed demon that's just devouring life in America, right? The book was banned because it was gross and obscene, and it was homosexual. There was a lot of homosexual references, which was just a little too much for America back in the day, and they banned it. But Lawrence Ferlinghetti saw that there was like a lot of value in this art. There was a lot of value in it, and he decided to go out on a limb and start just publishing this all this art that was banned. And what happened was he got summoned by the Supreme Court of America for his crimes against humanity by publishing all this literature. And Ginsberg had to leave the country because he thought he was going to get arrested and never see the light of day. So he went to Morocco to chill with Burroughs, who was out there. I'm pretty sure Burroughs was like evading a murder charge or something.
Oh wow!
And these boys went hard, man. And what happened was Ferlinghetti fought for the right of an artist to be able to say what he wants because it's art, and art can't be obscene art can't be wrong and art can't be illegal, and because it's the expression of a human, and he won that case. And so, thanks to Lawrence Ferlinghetti and Allen Ginsberg's Howl, artists are now allowed to publish whatever the fuck they want because it's an expression of that person, right? So that's what that song is a shout out to the Beat Generation for everything that they did and for what they did for us and got us where we can do what we want to do with our art. So I wanted to give a big shout out to them. So I wrote that song. That's essentially what that song was. And I did it on the Aesop Rock beat because Aesop Rock is a writer's writer to the death, right? So that's that song. This song,
AA is playing right now.
AA I really like a lot, man. If you listen to AA all the way through, man, I listened to it last night and I was just blown away by these fucking rhyme schemes that I was creating in that.
Right.
Bro, I love that song.
I don't think you realize how hard you go in sometimes.
It's
like, even okay, like that one track off of that album that I won't even mention the title of, so we can keep it that exclusive. But
okay.
Random rhythmic syllables connected like umbilical, and that's just the part of it. That's just the part that I remembered. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole I think it was like a 4-6 bar scheme was just like,
yeah, that's a song. Yeah, that is a song, man. I like that song.
That song is, shout out to the K Lonely, the man.
Yeah.
The man is a problem. Holy. We got,
yeah, man.
What's up next? Flatline. Did I get Flatline? No, I didn't get Flatline. Wait, let me check. Yes, I did get Flatline.
Flatline's an important song, man. So you've heard Flatline.
I can't say
this is
this new stuff. I was waiting until we met online to hear this stuff because I wanted you to get my genuine reaction to it.
Okay, well then don't play yet. Hold on a second. If you're gonna play that song, let me tell you what it's about first.
Okay. We'll just let. Okay, so we'll let AA play out.
All right. So Flatline, man, Flatline is a song that I wrote about when I had a really bad drug experience and died briefly and was brought back to life in a alleyway in St. Catharines downtown, somewhere down there.
Okay.
And it kind of talks about my relationship with hating myself and really being conflicted between whether or not I wanted to live.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then I kind of realized that I did want to live after I almost lost the privilege to live back a few years ago.
Okay.
So you'll hear it though in the song. It breaks it down pretty simply.
Okay.
But this is my favorite tune. Yeah, it's my favorite tune off of Live at a Page, produced by Luke, with cuts by DJ K-Flip.
All right.
Lost touch with reality.
Yeah, I don't feel safe in my own head. Thank God I don't own a gun, and by now I'm immune to the meds. Can't call the shrink cause he'll take me off the pain scripts. Can't work without him, and I'm poor enough as is. Feels like a dead-end road, meets a cliffside rough, and I'm dead headstone. But what's the rush? Could let life kill me like it always does? Or just take matters into OJ's gloves? Feel shattered like his fan base was, but that was for the sentence. I was cursed before the penance. Born sinning, living like a fuck you to the reverence, with no fucking intervention, just friends scattering like tenants in a raid. They say home is where the heart is. That shit is a hardest, cause I left it in a carcass. I was fed up and retarded. That ain't even partisan, that's evident and honest. I don't wanna leave like this. I don't wanna leave like this. I don't wanna kill myself. No, commit or accidental. This is self-defense. This is me writing out a memo. I don't wanna live like this. I don't wanna live like this. I wanna be happy like I am just a kid again, looking for deliverance and evidence of love, a blessed life, and that's a testament. Mama would break if she could only know. Just like the last time I was at the hospital. Whole fam called at 3. Said young Joe won't make it, you should come make peace with it. Said your goodbyes, they were crying, I was eating shit. Yeah, especially when I beat the shit. But I was accidental overdose. It's not the same as flipping toast to dome post, letting open holes close, hope for tomorrow. So I don't feel the weight that bring us all to sorrow. So I don't see the gate to learn there isn't even. Tell me what could be worse than meeting your inner demons. Maybe throwing your life away cause you live deceived in pits of downfall. Wish I was proud tall, wish I was loud wrong. Lifting putting pounds on instead of sifting meat like every weekend when the sound call. I don't wanna leave like this. I don't wanna leave like this.
Yeah, that's a hard song for me, man.
No, commit or accidental. This is
that
self-defense.
song
This
is,
is me.
but you know what? That song is necessary.
Yeah.
That song is very necessary. And you know what? Like, it's hard to listen to because there's points where, you know what I mean? Like, there's points where it's just like, fuck.
I wanna see success. I wanna whiz
You know what I mean? There's relative
I wanna
points.
live. I wanna buzz on music strictly besides some marijuana in the
That's what
pipe.
people don't see with the hip hop artists. They automatically assume that a hip hop artist is hard as their appearance is based on their lyrics and things like that. That we have sensitivity to life that we have to overcome in order to maintain some sense of purpose.
Baptism in a schism, definition of
And when you have like the negative criticism and the baggage and the stress and the frustration and you know the failure and whatever, it's just like it's hard. So you just gotta hold your head and say, you know what, I can do this, I believe in me, I keep moving forward, believe in beyond belief kind of thing.
Yeah. I've had people message me about that song like over the years, just being like, you know, thanks for this. I listened to this. I really needed something like this, right? You know, like I had somebody message me about their daughter who was going through some shit, and she used to like love listening to that song, give her a little bit of strength to not like, you know, do herself in, right? It was nice. Yeah.
That's dope. Okay.
I like that song.
Yeah, man. And as I said, like it's something that like the handfuls and handfuls of fans that listen or the individuals who tune in and, you know what I mean, watch the show, someone might have heard something that said, you know what, I'm not the only one, and it could, you know, change their perspective on it. Mental health is something that, I mean, we got to talk about as men, as society, as just a whole. So
yeah,
I mean, like, good job opening the door for that conversation.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. So we got it says what's live, but I think it's what's love.
Yeah, it's what's love. Yeah, you know, I wrote this song after I broke up with this girl I was with a long time, Becca. You know, big shout out to Becca. Her and I was together for a long time. No hard feelings or nothing, man. It was when we broke up, but not anymore. We've mended those ties. But this song, What's Love, it gives you a pretty good idea of me going, what the fuck is love?
Yeah. It's a good question though, because some people think it's just terminology. Some people believe it's action. Some people think it's energy. There's a lot that goes into it. So
yeah, man, and this song addresses all that.
All right, let's check it out.
What love got to do with it? What love got? What love?
I like
love
someone else
love got.
Yeah, DJ K-Flip.
Love got to do with it.
What's love and how you identify it? A spark in the mind, parked at the park, talking and smiling. Recuperation after bitterness solicits quiver lips and innocence betrayed by whom offered benevolence. What happens when a passion turns to ashes? But the fucking is fantastic, so the tragedy's elastic. Now we snapping. There goes all that talk of everlasting in the past. I'm cool and throw the mask on, catching digits while I fidget by my phone, expecting certain texts I hate to get when I'm at home. Nonetheless, some rest is still. I'm a mess and that's for real. So I guess the best approach is just to wrestle with the definition, estimating lies, seeking some profit in it ill. How the fuck I'm supposed to know the consequences when I can't be honest with the actions my imposter self instill? That is what I'm saying, man. I'd like to know the deal.
Tell me how am I supposed to
And then that's Luke on the hook right there.
You know what love is.
My own heart is in tune. How am I expected to remain? But my own shit told me here.
You know what love is. You know
Yeah. I'ma have to run it by this and it give me. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe honesty is infinitely better as the option for the hostile thoughts that live in me to die. Remembering intimacy, forget what it did to me. I'm missing waking up beside a one I thought I loved. It's not the same as waking up beside a slut and fuck. A rub and tug is not a hug. There's something missing in exchange. I wish I understood, but never caught the bug. I flip moods like a manic drunk dude in a panic. Cause the whiskey that I'm handling is proof. Because I never really grasped the high yeah, when next to you. And that is when we start a fight and get it grasp the truth. I don't play for the cold shoulder short that I get cause you're fed up with my mess.
Like I can hear the beat.
I mean, we share a bed.
I can hear enough of the beat, the vibe, and you're gonna go with it at the right point. So I'm not trying to like. I don't feel like I'm trying to hear what you're saying. I feel like I'm just hearing it.
Yeah, word. Yeah, me and Luke have that chemistry, man. He makes those beats that just are fucking perfect for me, man. Oh yeah. I had to like relearn a style, man. When I started rapping, like, so I don't know if you can really tell, but Luke's beats are a little slower than like what your standard hip hop beat would be. I say standard, like your New York standard, right? He makes them just a little slower, and I had to like readjust my whole style. Like when I did Poster Child, you know that track. I had to learn how to rap to it, and I had always just chosen whatever beats I wanted to write to whenever. Before, I never had a producer that I worked with. But then when I started working with Luke, I had to develop my style around his beats that were a little slower, and man, like it changed the way that I rapped, and it opened everything up for me so that I would, you know, I started to develop more. Like I started being less selfish about what I wanted and more open to like, this is what people want. This is what my buddy's making. This is what I need to work with. Not everything is about me. And I was happy that happened because like Luke's beats opened me right up, and I just started fucking going off. Like I love it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's unfortunate that I don't have Poster Child in the playlist because that was a track where I think that was the first song I heard from you, and I was just like, all right, this guy's nice. I gotta make sure I gotta keep in contact with this man because like he's doing some shit, and I wanna like I want music like this playing on my podcast because this is some real shit. You know what I mean? This is some stuff that people can gravitate to. It's not like murder, gang, drug, bitches, hoes. You know what I mean? Like I can't like I give song like I'll listen to a song for like 15 seconds, and the first time if there's a profanity within the first 15 seconds, I'm done with it. And like it depends on the structure. Depends on the structure of the song, but like if I hear some mind-numbing profanity like 15 seconds into your track, I don't want to listen to the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Poster Child, I was like, yo, you know what? Like I felt like a poster child. You know what I mean? I felt like I could relate to that shit. Like, yeah, I'm one of the first doing this podcast game right here. You know what I mean? I'm a poster child for this shit. You know?
There you go.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I clicked with it like right away. So you know what I mean? Like I said, it's unfortunate I don't have it in the playlist, but we got plenty of music by you to continue through. So
that's what's up.
We got more up. What's the story behind more?
Oh, more MOR? Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So I'm with my boy Trev, right? That's my brother man right there who picked me up. He was quality control forever on my rap shit.
Yeah.
He's like, man, you need a fucking song about your name to tell people who you are. Kind of like, the Method Man song, METHOD, man, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm like, okay, well, fuck, how do I do that? And I sat with it for a while. I don't even know what beat that is. I stole off some famous rapper who's just making ill beats, so I stole that beat and I recorded it at Rabbi's house and said, "This is who I am," right? So that's what that song's about.
All right, let's see.
That's a funky tune, dude. And I forgot all about that song until like days ago.
Isn't it funny how some of those songs, like those songs, stay in the catalog and kind of like just remind you of some shit, eh?
Well, man, I heard it and I'm like, holy shit, man! I need to fucking memorize this song so that I can perform it because I love it. I love that tune.
Okay, let's hear it more.
This is WBYOB, and that was Ase Mor, the cornerstone.
And that's me.
Okay.
I'm the radio host there.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Sure, man, drop whatever. Let me see what you got.
Mr. DJ, you hear that shit? Get this man a beat. Yeah, you're listening to WBYOB.
WBYOB.
Yeah.
That's what she say, yeah, when I'm putting on. Everything is super strong. Yo, it's a party up on Lakeshore. We break more, break flows, and St. Low and break roads.
Lakeshore is where we recorded all the tunes back in the day at Rabbi's house.
Lakeshore, St. Catharines?
Yeah. Lakeshore Road?
Okay, yeah.
This song has easily the most funkiest style I've ever dropped on a track. Like, I was listening to it the other day and I'm like, what the fuck?
Is it De La Soul or Most Def? Kinda.
Like the beat?
Yeah.
It's something like that, man. Honestly, it's killing me. I'm sure if Flip's listening, he'd be able to tell us. But like, I don't know, man. It just something like that. Oh man, somebody like that.
Yeah. Either way, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it hasn't been. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
Oh yeah, you gotta do it. Oh yeah, I gotta learn this one, man. I gotta perform this because this is one of those jams. You gotta rock this shit live, right?
Yeah.
Loving how you living is hardly a mistake. So heartily
Yeah. That's like this is like that song I have no hook. That one I decided I had to memorize because it was easy. Not even that it was easy, but it was something that like people actually approached me and said, "Hey, we like this."
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure I got that in the catalog.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't have She Said, but I do
Okay.
have the bag.
Okay. So yo, before you play the bag, hold on. I need to like almost like preamble you playing this song.
Okay.
Okay, so that song is from the record Visa Vista, right? So Visa Vista is a record that I wrote dedicated to my sister because she's like, I really like your music and I think that you're a great artist and I think, like I support everything that you do, but I'd like if you could make some music that I could sing to. Something that she could jam to, right? She's like, you rap too fast. I can't hear what you're saying all the time. She's like, can you just make something nice for me? So I was like, well, okay. And I wrote a couple songs, and then I was like, man, I should just make a record. So I made a whole record of songs that I thought my sister would love. Turns out she does. She loves the whole record. I'm so happy about that.
That is
This song, though, so specifically the bag, I wanted to do an auto-tune song in the vein of like Lil Wayne, right? And but I have a very strong, what you call like moral towards what I want to write, and I'm not going to ever represent something that's not me either. And yeah, and so what I did was I wrote the anti-stripper song. So this is like it's a song that I was hoping you'd be able to play at a strip club that would be the opposite of what's going on in the strip. It's kind of like it's an anti-stripper song essentially. Now, it's no hate to the strippers, You make your money, boo boo. But I'm saying this is not a commercial Lil Wayne song. It's the opposite, almost. You tell me.
Let's hear this.
I know she only want the bag. Yeah. I know she only want the bag. She only want me swagging, cause she only wanna brag. She want a homegirl jealous, it's fucking hellish. All her stories embellished, accessories mostly fake. It's funny like how we jelly. I ain't with it, I'm dipping. These bitches, I love my ladies, but pigeons ain't got no dudes. These hoes, I be acting crazy. Lately, I'm mostly busy with working lace in the stool, quit boozing, get with the spliff, and I smoke more than I poke. Like the flip the statistics, but damn it, it's really cheap. And most of these bitches is vicious. It's independence and claiming really better than great. I don't know if it's all this privilege or something behind the scenes, yeah. Home man, house and home man. Know this shit is bitches, heart always frozen. You know the script, gotta leave them out. Bet I've never loved them if they ego tripping, either just forget them, yeah. Home man, house and home man. Know this shit is bitches, heart always frozen. You know the script, gotta leave them out. Bet I've never loved them if they ego tripping, either just forget them, yeah.
So I thought that was pretty good for like you know, my first try at really trying to hit it with the auto tune, you know. It was fun.
Unbelievable, amazing, you're breathing, accelerating. I'm eager to have your race and make me and them naturation. Like your frustration, you Nathan, you see him, my consummation on. Yeah, home and
That's some bounce to it.
So what do you think? What do you think of that, Bart? What do you think of that?
I think it's like, I think there's gonna be some Tim Let's go chase him out of some strippers. Oh man.
Oh, that's hilarious. I can't talk bad about the strip club, man. Come on.
Nah, man. I'm not even mad at that at all. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just like, true to you kind of thing, you know. And everybody finds their opportunity and makes it for themselves. So whatever floats your boat, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I think is best for me.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
so the biggest thing about this tune here wasn't so much that I wanted to make a song like this. It was that I was trying to open myself up artistically, because I had been very strict about the kind of music that I was willing to take, and it kept me inside a pretty small box. And then I was chatting with Ezra, and I have to give the biggest apps to Ezra for this. He kind of like, he said it to me straight one day, you know, pretty much. And I don't mean this to be rude, but he pretty much just kind of like put me in my place. Essentially, it was like, man, you need to shut up and listen, and like in a very loving way, like as it is. But it was just like, man, you're wrong, man. And just because what I was doing was I was criticizing a lot of the rappers that he loves because of their style, right? And he's like, man, you're missing out, dude. He's like, you're not understanding what's happening here. you're being small-minded, essentially, right? And so like I learned two lessons there. The first lesson is that, like you already know, there's no rules to this shit. There are rules, but there's no rules to it. Like, you can't say, you know, Lil Wayne's not hip hop because he's got auto-tune joints, or same thing with like whatever, Young Thug, or, you know, any of these guys that are making like hip hop that does not sound like Dead Prez. And there's serious merit to it. Like, not all of it, but that goes for everything. But there's serious merit to being able to produce music that is a reflection of you, that's expressing how you feel. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I was being I was choking myself. I wasn't allowing myself to do my art because I was trying to abide by these rules that I thought existed. And Ezra put me in my place on that. And so the bag is like the furthest I could possibly go in that direction to be like, this is out there. Like, this is pretty, like, stylistically the opposite of what I do. If I can do that and I can have that MOR track, then I should be able to find myself in the middle there and use whatever kind of styles I want to make this music be making, right?
I find it funny because I literally, as soon as I saw the bag, I was just like, okay, I got to hear how close it sounds to the track that I made. Because I have a song called "The Bag" on Cheshire Black. So just like, okay, but it doesn't sound anything like yours is.
No.
Yours is, it has that commercial feel to it. Mine is like, mine's it's repetitive. The hook's just like, I gotta get it, 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 get it. I got the bag, the bag, the bag, the bag, the bag, the bag. That's the most repetitive I've been ever.
Yeah, that's hilarious too, because the first line of my song is, "I know she only wants the bag."
Exactly. So that's great. All right, I didn't get Burn Part 1, but I have Burn Part 2 featuring If the Poet. What's the
Okay, so Burn Part 1. Okay, so Burn Part 1. Okay, let me preface this then. So Burn Part 1 is the second in a 3-song Amen Corner style triplet of songs on Visa Vista, which is like essentially the 3 songs are trying to tell you to not kill yourself even though you want to. And and Burn Part 1 is kind of a funny look at it. And then Burn Part 2 is a more serious look at it. And it's also a little more of a simpler style than I usually use, but it's the substance of the song that I find is important. And on top of that, in between the 2 songs, Burn 1 and Part 2, there's what I call this chorus of humanity. I reached out to a bunch of my boys, and I asked them to just send me a clip, something positive, something negative. And I had a bunch of guys come through and just send me stuff. So I made this little kind of like a bridge between the 2 songs with people speaking and all this. And then I have If the Poet. Sorry, I have the chorus of humanity in Burn Part 2, and tying the 2 songs together, I had If the Poet. One of my boys from Montreal, shout outs If, and I had him I asked him for the same thing, and he ended up giving me like these 2 little like monologues type deals, and so I used those to bridge the songs together. And I don't know how much of it you're going to hear at the beginning of this song, but I think there should also be some at the end of this song.
Okay.
So the song's about don't kill yourself. You don't have to do it. You don't have to kill yourself.
Don't want a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fucking time it goes ugly. I can't stop it. I cannot fucking stop it. I don't know what happened.
Give me a second. I gotta coordinate.
Fucking waste. I'm an impediment. I know I'm better, but that fucking dude is dead, buried under years. Fuck ups. I can't keep doing it. Why the fuck should I? What's the fucking point? What's the fucking point? You're gonna fucking miss me. Sir, I just cannot fucking do it.
Ain't nobody there for even if it's just a little consolation, just trying to stay carried out. Seasickness catching on the seas, far from home and away from home. Get further along. So come the words for this song. Feeling redundant, overworked and unproductive, and it's not for nothing, cause it hurts me to the bone. Waking up for what? Still working, getting it for my own home. There's no need to kill yourself. Ain't nobody live forever. Even if it's just a little consolation, just try and stay curious. Cause that's where the light comes in. Even if it only drifts and drops, still it's not the one alone. Keep you in calm to the ticking stop. It's hard to see the point
When it's needle size, hypodermic like, yeah, I know. But this prize fight like turpentine. Set the matches blaze in the haze of an early night. Steady glow, eventually it'll burn itself out. No doubt, so you can let it go. This, nothing's gonna be perfect. Or sometimes it'll be worth it. When it is, know you were tasting hope. Remember, there's no need to kill yourself. Ain't nobody live forever. Even if it's just a little consolation, just try and stay curious. Cause that's where the light come in. Even if it only drifts and drops, still it's not the one you lonely. Keep you in confidence, taking style.
What is this life worth? Honestly, worst. Just climb. Just to scrape to the bottom of the barrel. See where I fit in. Why is that worth it? Where you're at right now is all that really matters. So, all that thinking about the future and things that you're afraid of, thinking about the past and things that you wish you would have done differently. I don't think life's hard. I think living's hard. Just sick of it. Like, bad days can just pile up. And then, but if you just look around, what you have now, aside from all those dark feelings, usually what's in front of you is actually pretty good. So smile.
There's no need to kill yourself. Ain't nobody live forever. Even if it's just a little consolation, just try and stay curious. Cause that's where the light come in. Even if it only drifts and drops, still it's not the one you lonely. Keep you in confidence, taking stops.
So the chorus for that song, I came up with 100% therapeutically. I was in a position, I was living in Kelowna, and I was again at that stage of my life where I was just battling the idea of suicide and suicidal ideation, and just being so low that it didn't really even matter anymore. And I'm talking to my buddy Trev, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do with this, because I am just like, I'm there. I don't care at all about anything whatsoever. And essentially it was like, you just got to stay curious. It was a motto that I adopted. Like, it's how I've been able to proceed all the time when I'm low, is that you need to stay curious for what happens to what happens. Like, you just need to be curious, because like, if you lose your curiosity, it's the same thing like Shawshank Redemption. You lose your hope and you go fucking crazy. If you lose your curiosity, then there will be no point in anything, because when you're now a lump. And I'm sure that that's probably obvious to most people who have passions, but like, my passions have always been incredibly difficult to realize, and on top of that, I'm doing shit I don't want to do, and there never seems to be a reason for it. So it's like, well, okay, so stay curious. Like the song says, there's no need to kill yourself. Ain't nobody live forever, right? Like, you're gonna die. It's gonna happen. Yep. So just wait for it. Like, there's no need to kill yourself. Everybody live, like, ain't nobody live forever, right? And that's has been real therapeutic to me. It's like, because like, I was talking to when I was talking to my buddy Trev, I'm like, man, I kind of figured out how to deal with this thing, and it's like, just kind of look at it a little, kind of like, it's funny. I wanted to write this song where it's a little funny to say that, right? Like, it seems almost mean to tell somebody not to kill themselves because you're gonna die. It's like, but realistically, it's important information. Like, you're not going to be here forever, so you might as well just take advantage of what you can, stay curious, and try to proceed to the best of your ability.
It's a shocking statement to make, but you know what? It might shock people back into life.
It shocked me into life.
There you go. Like, even when you said it to me, I'm just like, you're right. It makes perfect sense. But some of those things need to be heard for it to make sense to the person at the time. Because if you go through if you go through a stretch of evictions, let's say, you know what I mean? You might think, oh, I'll never find a home. So I might as well. No, those homes might not have been for you.
Yeah.
Right? You go through shit like your car crashes.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's any number of things that could happen that would show that could be seen as a detrimental loss, but also could be turned around into understanding that that's a point of gain. So I mean,
you don't want to rush the Reaper, right?
Yeah, Reaper comes at his own, moves at his own speed.
Yeah, and you're never gonna beat him anyway.
Nope. Nope. Oh man, so I played Mind's Eye earlier, and I didn't get sauna sessions, but that I mean we're gonna play some of these songs in the mix for you guys later on in the coming weeks, because you know what I mean, Ase Mor has definitely maintained his integrity. You know what I mean? He has his focus, he has his goals, he has his objectives, and he's still doing his thing that he enjoys. You know what I mean? Amidst all of it, like I'm sure I don't even know what the work hours are like out there, but I don't even know. You know what I mean? But like, if you still manage to have your full-time obligations and put time towards this as well, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's your passion and it's a driving force. Like, so just keep that up and keep that going and keep the conversation happening. Like, those are some powerful words. It's a powerful situation, and not everybody wants to walk in that realm of conversation, but it's necessary because it will help develop a better understanding of what's possible.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I think we're gonna leave the people with that. They've seen my mug for an hour and 45 minutes, and they're gonna see it in another hour and 45 minutes. So
there you go. All right. Well, thanks for having me on, Block. I appreciate that, man.
No problem, fam. Honestly, it's a shame it didn't happen earlier, but hey, we had to establish a foundation to carry the weight of your words.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So, you want to let them know again where they can find you?
Yeah, man. You can get me at cornerstorerap.bandcamp.com, or you can get me at whatever streaming platform or iTunes, Spotify. I'm Ase Mor, the Corner Store Rapper, and that's Ase, A-S-E. Mor is M-O-R. Ase Mor, the Corner Store Rapper. Yeah, and there you have it. Frio represent. Was good.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so we'll talk. You know what? I'm gonna end the stream, and then we're gonna talk for a little bit, and then for LG, DUI, and Ase Mor, this is the Block saying, keep tuning in. We got more stuff for you.